We have quads today, and I'm gonna approach this one just a little differently with, you know, us going in there. Okay, we're gonna start with calves, and I wanted to start with leg press, so this is what I'm thinking. We're gonna start with leg press. So last time I did maybe do 1 rep. I could have held back because this is okay. Well, this is what I'm thinking. So, okay, the more you lift, you kind of know, like, okay, I probably have one more in the tank. I might get it, I might not, but I have one more. I know I do. I want to hold back off on that one for the first, lift for sure. So that'll be leg press, ideally. So, we do 2 sets on leg press, 2 sets on for squats, and then 2 leg extension. Well, I kind of do 3. I do 3 for that one. And we keep it, like 6 to 8 sets when we're doing any muscle group. That's how I've been going about it. So I want to keep. I don't want to. I guess I'm saying I don't want to go extreme for the first 2 sets. We're just getting in it. They're going to be hard still. I want them to still be hard, but we'll hold off that 1 rep, and then when we do the squats, I don't mind, like going till failure. Because it's like that last movement that it's like our full body will be fine, because then we're going to do leg extensions. And I also don't mind going to failure for leg extensions because that's our last thing. And, you know, oh yeah, and I can't forget we do the adductors too. So we're going to try it for this workout. I'm just always keeping in mind, like, or at least I'm thinking, I don't want to get super fatigued from the very beginning. Because I guess let's look at it this way. I know a lot of you guys are wondering why I don't do like so many reps and all that stuff, because I'm just considering fatigue, because at the end of the day, I want my muscles to get bigger and stronger. And when you are getting stronger, your muscles will get bigger. How are you going to move around that weight? So we're going to try it out. Maybe I'll talk more about it within, like, when we're lifting and stuff. But before we get in there, I did want to talk about one thing. I was hanging out with my friend yesterday, and she had started going back to the gym. But she says, like, she gets scared to go in the gym. And so, like, everyone has different reasons why they're scared to go in the gym, or, who knows. So I was asking her, I'm like, okay, what makes you scared? Like, I want to know. I'm curious. And she said because when she first lifted weights, she was so sore, and like it was like an extreme first time going in, or something like she had an extreme workout. But I guess from the gist of it, I'm like, okay, so yeah, maybe you went a little too much, like a little too hard. And I'm like, you know what? That's probably a lot more common than you think, but doesn't mean that it has to be like that. If you're barely going to go into the gym, you don't need to do what someone's been doing from, going to the gym for 5 years. You don't need to do that, like what they're doing. You can ease into it, and your body's still going to absorb all of that you're putting into it. And then also, you're still trying to learn how to lift, because it's like you can't really push yourself if you don't even know how to lift correctly, and be patient with yourself with that. Like I told you guys too, like there are certain lifts I don't really feel comfortable with pushing so much weight. I just don't feel comfortable with that. One of them is like barbell squats. That's why we're just on the Smith machine. I feel super safe and comfortable doing that, but not the other way, because I'm thinking also long term. We want to be doing this when we're like 60, 70 years old, like, I don't know, until forever. I'd be sad if I couldn't do this forever. And so, I'm also thinking long term. I don't think we will still see results, and we are still going to get better. It's not too late. Let's say you're barely getting to the gym and you're in your 30s. No, you're still going to get results, and you're going to look amazing. And yeah, there's no reason to be like, oh, back when I was in high school, I looked so amazing, but I'm older. So, like, nah, you can still look amazing. You can still work hard in the gym, but think smart, so that's why I like to think, okay, could I really do this long term, realistically, and if not, like, then I don't know, need to think about something. So like, that's why I've also told you guys too, like I've actually cut back on my sets because I'm realizing I didn't need to do that many sets. I didn't need to be doing that many, I don't know, just like fluff work, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but just be smart. Think, are you going to be able to do this long term? Because if you're, you know, working out and you're literally every day achy and feel terrible, I don't know, maybe you need to think about some things. I used to feel like that. I think I would hit that body part like 2 times a week and I wouldn't ever feel fully recovered. But I'm like, nah, that's just because I'm doing it. Like, you know, we try to tell ourselves, nah, that's the right way or this or that. But it's like, do you see results though? Are you getting better? Do you see that? Like, because, you know, I feel like that'll be like that objective point of view for you, being like, no, actually, sometimes I'm weaker. You know, it's like, okay, well then maybe your body needs more rest than you think. And that's fine, because it's like, you know, you resting and then you actually go back in the gym and you're stronger because that the muscle is like, you know, we hit this last time, we're gonna hit it again, you know, like, because we want to get stronger and all that stuff. But try it out yourself, you know. But I guess I'm saying, don't have to kill yourself, or don't feel like that's how it should be done, or you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You know, you got to think smart too. Can't just be, because if that was the case, then what? We'd be doing 100 reps of everything just because it's like, that is hard. That is hard to do it. But I'm like, am I going to see progress that way? No. So then why am I going to do it? So I don't know, just a lot of things to think about. But I just want to share that with you guys because I feel like that's one thing I'm enjoying this time around with lifting, is because I feel like I'm really, I don't know, approaching it less crazy. But still, you guys see my workouts. We're still working out hard. And that's what I'm telling you guys. We're making each rep count. We're not just doing 20 reps of something and be like, okay, well, the next set will count. Also, keep in mind, if you're doing your warm-ups and stuff, don't be doing 50 reps or anything. You're going to feel so fatigued before your actual working set. Um, you know, so just, I guess, I hope you know that difference, that feel. You shouldn't be getting tired with your warm-ups, I guess, if that makes sense. But anyways, I think that's a whole different thing. But hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I want you guys to be doing this like forever, because yeah, like that's what I want. I want to be doing this forever. So, you know, make it enjoyable. Think about it in that way, and yeah, let's just think about it that way. Anyways, let's get in there, and we're gonna try to kill the quads. And yeah, we'll talk more inside. But also remember, if you're barely getting into the gym, you will feel sore. You will. That's like probably not, you know, not gonna happen. But yeah, you shouldn't be going super overboard. Like, ease into it and don't feel bad about that. You know, I don't know if it's something like you feel like, oh, I'm not trying hard, and it's like, nah, like I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna go to the gym, and if I don't push myself or do all this, then you know it's all for nothing. No, don't. Because then compare it this way: if you guys want to make things hard, yeah, do 100 reps of everything. That's hard, but are you gonna see results? Probably not. I mean, it depends on your goals. If your goals are to do 100 reps of everything and not die, then that's a goal. But just see where your goals are. What are your goals? So if you want to, you know, get stronger, build muscle, I mean, well, you know, get your muscles to get even bigger or whatever that may be, then think the thing in that way. So just because something is hard doesn't mean you're going to see results technically with, you know, long term, all that stuff. But anyways, you probably will feel sore. So don't, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into calves, and then we're gonna go and do the leg press. I do 4 sets of calves, and I usually just record one for you guys, but ha. Okay, now don't forget to like really feel that stretch when you're doing calves. And yeah, just like, yeah, it's just calves. I think the leg press is open, so we're gonna go ahead and head over there. Well, you guys will head over there. I still have 2 more I need to do. Okay, so this is the first working set. Last time we did 7 reps, but that last one was a huge grinder. So I'm gonna, you know, like I'm gonna take into account how the reps feel. But like I said, for this lift, we're not gonna do that last rep that I think is iffy. You know, I'll save it for squats, it's fine. Because those other reps are still gonna be, you know, hard and they're gonna count. So I'm hoping for 6 reps. But you never know. Maybe I'll be able to do 7 and maybe I could have done 8, but that last one was like going to be too much of a grinder. So we'll see. I'm feeling good. So we'll see how many reps we can get with this. But like you guys know, I repeat myself just in case, you know, but I don't increase the weight until I can do like 8 to 10 reps of it. And then I increase the weight. And then sometimes, you know, I'm only able to do like 5 or 6, but I don't like to do any less than that. But those 5 or 6 are still solid reps. But that's how I like going about it, you know, increasing weight and all that stuff. But we're sticking with this weight. We've been only able to hit it for like 6 reps. So we're just staying with it. Okay. That was only 5. But we're gonna have days like that. It's like weird because in my warm-ups I felt great, but that set, ooh, I was expecting to at least do the 6. So I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna do one more set. So actually it makes sense why I was only able to do 5, because now that I think about it, like I told you guys last time, I only hit 6. I think once that we'd hit 7, but man, that was a grinder. And so since I'm trying to like not do that one that is extreme grinder, and it's like I feel like only you know what that one feels like. So actually it makes sense why we did 5. So anyways, hoping to hit 5 again. And yeah, but yeah, just something I was just like, wait, why am I kind of bummed? Because I was a little bummed, but like I said, it happens sometimes. But nah, the 5 makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna stay here, because any less than that, I feel like, okay, you know what, like let's drop the weight a little bit. But no, the 5 reps are a solid 5 reps. And then, you know, until we can do 8, 9, or whatever reps of that, then we can add a little bit more weight, just a little bit, and see how the body reacts to that. Okay, last set, and then we're gonna do some squats. Okay. Oh man. Too excited. Okay. Oh. Ah, that little thing kind of threw me off, but I just had to get back into it. It is funny when you do let your mind wander and you're not in the moment with each rep. You aren't giving your full potential. I mean, that's like with anything. If you're like talking to someone and your mind's somewhere else, you're not really even giving them your full attention. So same when we're doing our sets here, because that threw me off, kind of messed with my head about the range of motion. And then when I did that rep was the full range, I was like, whoa. And it kind of like, yeah, I had to like, forget it, just focus on the rest of the reps. But yeah, I did 5, which was I was expecting that. And we're just going to try to kill it with the squats and see how that goes. Okay, my hands are super sweaty. You guys already know it's because I get nervous, so that's a big reason why I'm wearing the straps when we're doing leg press, because I'm just gonna slip off and I need to hold on to something. Oh, okay, so last time we were able to do 6 of these, so we're gonna try for 6 or hopefully more, but you guys know, like, man, the weight pushing down on me, it's like it messes with me, it messes with my head. So 2 sets, make them count, because that's the thing too. I'm just like, I only have 2 sets. I can't just be like, oh, I'll try better on the next one. You know, it's like, no, this is your moment, like, take it. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Ah, I think that was 7. Oh, don't tell me the mic was off. Oh gosh. I mean, it happens sometimes, but it's on. I think, yeah, that was, yeah, I want to say that was 7. Those actually felt really good. That last rep, I have to see it, but of course that one didn't feel as stable as the other ones, but you know, luckily that's why we're on the Smith machine. I did catch myself before that last rep, kind of like pushed for it, and I'm like, oh gosh, need to keep everything secure. But you know, even even I have to like remind myself of these like cues and stuff. And that's why like the more tired, the more fatigue you get, the more sloppier you can get. So that's why too, we're not doing like 50 sets of things, you know? So got to make sure all of them count, make sure all of them are good form and strong. And that's why, you know, we won't be hurting ourselves in the gym. So got one more, but those felt good. I feel like maybe another day of these and we might be able to like up the weight a little bit. Okay. So the fun thing about wearing shorts, it's like a tank top for your legs because it's nice to see the muscle while you're moving. So thought we'd do a front view or whatever, just to see the quads move, because honestly it's kind of nice. Not you know, I have a mirror in front of me, so it's kind of nice to see that and see some quads popping out. But it's gonna look nicer when we cut, because you know how you just look so much bigger when you're leaner. Okay, last set, you guys. Gosh, okay. Like, try not to overthink it. Okay, last one, last one. Hmm. Come on. Okay. Kind of tend to close my eyes sometimes. The nice thing about having the mirror here is that I'll be able to look, see how the knees are doing. Don't want the knees to go in. You know, even sometimes if it doesn't feel like they're in, you'd be surprised. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure how they looked for that last rep, but if they were solid, then I'm happy. I mean, regardless, I'll be happy because we did, it's feeling better. I guess let's say that. Squats are feeling better. You're feeling good. I think I did one more rep than I used to. Whew. Okay, those felt nice. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the leg extensions and kill them with that. I mean, I could have, like I said, I could have done even one more rep, but honestly, I wasn't 100% sure I was gonna have solid form. So why am I gonna do that to my body? Because the form matters. I'm not gonna do a sloppy rep and be like, oh, that one was worth it, you know? So, you know, just always also keeping that in mind as well. Okay. Well, okay. I usually take you guys on my last set when I do these, but this is the first one. And I usually, I don't know, I think it just depends on everybody. I usually like doing one notch less than my working set just to feel it out. You know, I call it a feel out set. I don't know, some people don't need it because, you know, it's not necessarily like me warming up or something. It's for mental, just to see how everything feels. So I don't know. That's just how I go about it. So I adjust it. Yep, to how I like it. This thing's. I know the funny thing is, if you're new, adjusting a machine can feel a little, I don't know, overwhelming, or like you're just like, okay, how do I do it? So I don't blame you. So that's why it's good to always keep, I guess, the basic in mind, because a lot of machines can be like a little different, but everything's always like the basis of it is the same. So usually I like keeping it that way, like, you know, it's digging into like behind the knee, the pad, and then this is right above your foot. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid to me. I'm trying to think. Sometimes, see, that's why I do like telling you guys things that I struggle with, because it's easier to explain it. Because sometimes I'm just like, well, if I'm not struggling with it, it's not necessarily like on my mind. So it's like I don't explain those things. So that's why I do love when you guys ask questions, because I'm not always like thinking about certain things. But I know setting up a machine can probably feel a little tricky. So, trying to look at how they explain it. I don't know if these machines explain it correctly or whatever, but if there's a machine you guys feel like is a little tricky to set up, let me know. But I will say, when you work out with someone that has been working out for a while and they help you out, I feel like that helps. And then when you try, you know, if you're working out with someone that knows how to set up a machine, learn, because when they're not there, you can do it on your own, you know. So don't like zone out when they're setting it up. Watch it and watch how they set it up, and then so you can remember when you go in, you know, and you don't have them. That way you don't have to rely on other people, and feel confident that you know what's going on and how it's supposed to feel. You know, those things are important. You know, not necessarily just like, oh, I need to work out with someone so they can help me push myself, but you can also like learn a few things. But also too, not saying everybody, you know, just it needs to feel comfortable. So if something feels off, like, think about it. Don't be just, oh, it feels off, but you know what, they said to set it up like this, so I'm just gonna do it because they say so. You know, so listen to your body too. Okay, let me just go ahead and, okay. That's the working one. And then, yeah, I usually just go right into it. And then we'll do 2 more. Kind of want to add a 2.5. I think I see one. I'll add it right now. But there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, I noticed when we were doing the squats, it's funny. It's crazy how when you start getting comfortable, how you can actually, you know, well, not hurt yourself, well, take away from the workout. I was noticing, because you know how I told you guys when I first started doing it, like that pressure on my weight, like it felt hard and it was just intense. And it was a lot of work. Like I was like dying. Now it's getting easier. So I'm not like crazy mindset, like, oh my gosh, I'm dying here. Like it was getting easier, it felt more comfortable. So, I mean, honestly, that's not a bad thing, because you know, when you don't do something and then you start doing it, you will get better at it and it will feel more comfortable. But I noticed myself feeling too comfortable, where the last 2, you know, reps that are like a little hard, and I'm just like, that's fine, they're hard. But I was getting into my head saying, nah, I want them to be as comfortable as the beginning ones. I'm like, do you know what I mean? So don't get too comfortable, as in like, you know, it needs to be a little hard. Don't get trapped in that. But that's only when you feel comfortable with that lift. Because back to what I was saying, if you're a beginner and you're still trying to learn it, you can't be going hardcore and getting like, you know, pushing a bunch of weight. So that's why I'm happy that those squats on the Smith machine feel solid, because I can be putting on weight now because they feel good. The movement feels good for me. So now I can push weight and worry about the weight, you know, worry about killing my legs instead of the form. But all of that to say, don't get too comfortable and make sure you're still working out hard. Even if it feels solid, like, are you really killing yourself though? Is it hard as in like your muscles are like like crying, you know, like, you guys know what I mean. You guys know the difference. But yeah, even I have to catch myself getting a little too comfortable with those. Okay, we added a little bit more weight. Okay. Okay, for the last set. For the last set, we'll do a few partials at the end. Nothing, it's not gonna hurt us. I mean, after that, we're done with quads, you know? So it's not like, oh man, I fatigued my muscles. You know, I'm fine with that. It's gonna be the last thing. So usually for the last thing, that's what I like doing. Or so far, that's what I've been like doing. And I think, I don't know, I've always been doing it that way. Yeah, and then sometimes I'll do like, yeah, a little drop set, you know. And then after this, we have the adductors, and or maybe we'll do some posing first. We'll do some posing, and see how that looks. You know, I know very you know, yeah, just finding a spot that doesn't wash me out, I guess. So yeah, you guys already know I don't feel like we have the best lighting in this gym, but it's okay, because I feel like, I don't know, to get to that point where you look good no matter what lighting you're in or what angle or all that stuff, that's like the goal. So I'm just gonna keep hoping that one day I just look that good that I don't have to worry about having the perfect angle and the perfect lighting, and just kind of just being realistic. But you know, it is fun when you do have some fun lighting, it is for sure. But we're not getting that here. So I'll go ahead and do one more, and then you guys will see me in a little bit. Okay, quads definitely feel pumped. I don't know. We got using the natural lighting here, which I think is probably the best thing we can do right now. Man, they burn. We just finished leg extensions, and I did drop set. And so this is the adductors that I do at the end to make the legs look more thick. I don't know if you guys can see them. And so yeah, that's what we work on, just for the illusion, you know, to have like thicker legs. And I want my teardrops to be like crazy big. So, and like, you know, that nice sweep for the quad. So like, you know, I just love a nice lower body. I want my legs to look huge. And that's the goal right now during the bulk. So it'll be fun to see how the legs look when we're all leaned out, because like I said, the leaner you are, the bigger you look. And then of course we have our calves. So I don't know if you guys can see them. Whew. But yeah, I've actually been looking at some fun posing, like they call them like flow, I don't know, so, like they're posing and it looks very flowy and it looks really cool. So I've been looking at that because I think I want to get used to doing that. So when we do the cut, we just have some fun poses to do something, post them on TikTok, you know, little shorts, things like that. But yeah, I want to get good at them, I need to practice now and we'll be prepared when we do the cut. But anyways, we'll do our last thing. The one I usually like using is out of order. So it's funny, using this one doesn't let you come out as much. So feels a little easier because I usually like doing a big stretch for that one. But I have long legs, so I feel like it makes sense for my legs. I don't know, but yeah, using this one for today is fine. But remember, like I said, if you're barely starting, you don't have to worry about this. This is just for like those little details, because you're going to indirectly hit your, adductors when you're doing your leg movements. You will, but this is just that extra, so I like just doing like 2 to 3 sets of this and that's it. You know, so if you have been working out for a while and you do want your legs to look bigger, then yeah, add 2 sets of this. But anyways, this will be the second one. So um, um, yeah, and then after this, I guess I'll see you guys in the car. But yeah, we're done. And I mean, I like to think it's simple and doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just make sure you're working out hard and you're hitting the muscles that, those, whatever lifts you're doing, you're targeting the muscles you want to target. Just don't do something just because someone says it. Look things up yourself and see what's going to be the best way to do it. I think just because someone talks confidently about something doesn't always mean it's true. So, because I'm also just sharing like my journey with you guys and things that have helped me and all that stuff. But I always want you guys to try things on your own too. And like, see if you guys also maybe like, oh, you know what? She feels the same way about that. That's funny. I've been telling myself that same thing too. So it's like almost too, like just kind of confirming some maybe similar thoughts and stuff. Cause I know you guys kind of give me that sometimes, like, nah, I felt that way when I did that. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just nice. But always at the end of the day, you need to tell yourself like, I need to really confirm if that's true or not, or if that really works. And also testing things out yourself. So anyways, I want you guys to see results too. I don't want you guys to be spinning, I don't know what the saying is, spinning your tires, going in circles, like I want you guys to see results. And if me sharing things that has helped me, that's all I want for you guys. But I want you guys to, if you're not seeing results, yeah, change something up, look into it, I don't know, stuff like that. So I'm thinking for squats, I'm thinking we're gonna be able to do the 8 reps the next time. And when we do, how I said when we do like 8 or more reps, then I'll higher the weight. But I feel like I want to like sit there for a little bit. I want to make sure it's like a solid, like, no, those 8 reps weren't just like I was having a great day, everything was perfect. Like, no, like my body's able to do that weight solid, And so if we do hit 8 reps, I'll probably want to hit it again the next time. And, for anything, just to really make sure. But I'm just really happy with how squats felt. They felt so good. And like I was saying, I was getting a little too comfortable with how good they felt. Like, it's kind of just going, because like, even my momentum, I noticed that it was smoother. Last time it was just like each rep, I was like dying, like crazy. So like, that's the things that you have to consider. So like, we did technically well, maybe one more rep, but like the same amount of reps we did last time, but it was easier because last time I really, oh my gosh, each rep was a grinder for me. It was like, and you can feel that, that. So like, like let's say you're trying to get advice, and someone's saying, oh, well, how many reps did you do, all this stuff, and then maybe you're like, oh yeah, and I hit the same amount of reps, and then they're like, oh, well, shouldn't you be getting better? And it's like, but you know you're getting better because that set felt better. Like those felt way better than when we started. So those little things matter because you're getting better. It's feeling better. And you have to consider those things. You can't just be thinking and just looking at numbers only. You also need to know how you're feeling, doing those sets and being like, nah, like that weight didn't feel as crazy as it did when I first started using that weight. Like I'm getting better. My body's knowing like how this is feeling and how to handle it. And just, all those little details. I don't know. It's just, I feel like the more you lift, the more you realize those little things matter, and it's not going to just be black and white too much. Or will it be black and white? I don't know. I guess I'm saying is things are simple. Don't make things too complicated. You know when things are getting better, and then you're in the right direction. That's all you need to know, if you're in the right direction. If you're not seeing results, if you're not feeling like your lifts are feeling better, then yeah, maybe there's things you need to like reconsider and like, look at and all that stuff. I just know how it feels, to like before even starting and like wishing you're like, oh, I want to look this way. I want to do this, and feeling scared and feeling like it's like so overwhelming. Like before I started, I knew I always loved muscle. Like I always would, if I saw a girl with muscles on the magazine, back then I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. Like I wish, I can look like that, but I'm like, that's impossible for me. Like I didn't even entertain the idea when I was younger. But when my sister and my brother started lifting and getting muscle, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that's so cool. And I still didn't entertain the idea because I just thought, not me. Like, why me? Like, I won't be able to do that. Like, you have to be like crazy, because you see that people work out, you're just like, oh, I'm like, could I do that? I don't. And then you just like, don't even try. Like, I didn't try. And then one day I'm just like, I just want to try. Like, got to start somewhere. Let me just try it. And I think it's so funny because I'm just like, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think that you can't do something. Like, just start small, start somewhere. And then you doing this, being like, okay, could I do this long term? Okay, sorry guys, the camera just died. I put a new battery in, but like I was saying, I also was scared, and I also didn't know where to start. I was overwhelmed. There's like a lot of things out there. And like I said, just because someone's saying something with like a bunch of confidence doesn't mean they're always right, It's just take what people say with like a grain of salt, and you know, I don't know, just be logical about things. It's it's hard because I'm just lucky that my siblings did help me when I got started, and it wasn't so overwhelming for me. And yeah, they took all the guessing work away. And so I am grateful for that. And that's why I'm just telling you guys, if you're like me when I was in the very beginning, like so overwhelmed, didn't even know where to start, scared even, thinking like I don't know, like can I even do that? And then just kind of not even, considering it. But anyways, like I said, start somewhere. If you want to do it, get after it. And then, like I said, if you're seeing results, that's a good start. And also you don't have to be overwhelming yourself. You don't have to be doing anything crazy. I mean, like, as you guys see, like, I don't know, I keep things kind of simple. I think it's just, what I can progress in and what the movements, are the best for that, when I'm working out that muscle. Um, but like I said, if you guys ever have any questions, I like to address them because you guys are probably not the only ones that are, thinking a certain way or this or that. But um, yeah, just I don't want you guys not to try just because it can be scary or things can be just a lot. But start small, start somewhere, and also have fun with it. Like you're gonna do this for a long time. You want to enjoy it. So yeah, and I think part of it too is like when you start seeing results, that is fun. So yeah, I hope everyone's journey is going good, and don't worry, you're probably not the only one that can feel like, lost or whatever. But like I said, just try and keep going, and then things will start making sense. So Anyways, I'll see you guys for tomorrow. We're going to be doing chest. Yeah, I'm always forgetting. We're doing chest, biceps, and shoulders, are we? Yeah. Yeah, that's where, no. No, yeah. Yeah, we are. We are. Yeah, that's funny. I'm telling you guys, like, things go by fast. So I'm just like, man, I loved how someone said too, like when it's leg day, like it's just literally like, man, I just hit legs. Like, what's going on? But uh, you guys know what I mean. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, eat something. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good workout, and yeah, thanks for watching.